Okay, I promise you some wrenching. No more Facebook Marketplace. No more bikes. This is Black Beauty, I'm calling her. Torn apart, getting cleaned up. We're straight down to the swing arm here. We're gonna start scrubbing and cleaning, and I may derustify and even throw some rattle can paint on this backbone. I've already cleaned the head piece for the handlebars and painted, and that is getting a replacement fuse holder. The original was burnt out. I have a replacement for it, and that's why that's all cleaned up. So yeah, air box is out on the bench to get cleaned up, and battery holder has been sandblasted. Let's take you over to my favorite new toy, our bead blaster, Central Machinery. Yeah, Harbor Freight. It's working. It's doing its job. It's tedious work, but it's very satisfying. We've got our center stand, starter cover, oil filter cover, and battery box, if you call it a box. All sandblasted and ready for paint. I'm going to try polishing this up. So before I paint it, I have the special Honda paint that everybody recommends, and we're going to see how that looks for this cover, and the top of the engine cases, which are in very bad shape. I'm stripping those right now. So yeah, we'll get back to it after we've done some rattle can. All right, back at you. Almost forgot to mention, we got the pipes all cleaned up. They had quite a bit of pitting on the headers. Serviceable. They'll look good when on the bike if you don't look too close. The next guy can replace them if he wants. The heat shields came up real nice. Have to get new hardware for those. They came out real rough. So yeah, we're making some progress. A lot of cleaning. Okay, we've got our new fuse block that needs to be installed into this. We have snap plastic pieces in the back, which, okay, tip of the day, get really brittle after 30 or 40 years. So when you're ever trying to remove or reinstall clips like this, it's always handy to heat them up first. Not too much, you don't want to melt them. These heat guns get really hot. But this will make them pliable enough so you can get them in without breaking them. This one's already got one broken tab. You just slowly heated it up. So you feel it nice and pliable. And no rush, they stay pliable for a couple minutes. Make sure I have this oriented correctly, and snaps right in place. When that cools off, you'll be all set. So there we go. That's ready to get installed into the bike. That has to get fed into the headlight. This is another one of my favorite restoration tips, is using this back to black Meguiar's Ultimate Black Plastic Restorer. This thing works. This stuff works great. I know people use like Tire Bright, the sprays you can put on your tires to make them shiny. I don't know how badly that degrades the rubber on things like this grommet, but I use this to treat rubber and plastic, anything really that has just been oxidizing, sitting out in the sun, and it really brings a long-lasting luster back to the rubber and the plastic. So yeah, Ultimate Black Meguiar's, great stuff. Yeah, I want to clean up this spring. This is for the center stand. It's got rubber over the spring. I'm going to see if my heat trick will help me get this rubber off. Probably take some lubrication too. Sorry about that earthquake. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, quick side note. This is the front mud guard that came with the CB650 Black Beauty. And you can see it's rusted right through. Right there. You see daylight. That's not acceptable. It's pitted everywhere else. This is my second attempt at buying a used one, and I can't really show it to you because I've already started a treatment process using. I know I'm selling stuff here, but I'm not getting paid for it. I swear. Evapo Rust. This stuff's environmentally friendly. You can reuse it and reuse it until it's gone. It really treats the rust well, and what I'm doing here is I'm soaking the inside of the fender, which is rusted, and I expected that, but the outside is in very nice shape. It's got some surface rust, but no pitting, and I'm very pleased with a $10 purchase with $25 shipping. So you figure that out. But it's going to look good once it's all cleaned up, and you'll see that. Cleaning goes on elsewhere, and you'll see some more of that too. We'll get back to you. Before. After. I was just kidding. I'm actually going to show you a little bit how I do this. I don't usually sandblast covers like this, but they were in such bad shape, I figured I couldn't go wrong. So you get this very dull gunmetal look. You have to do some serious polishing. I use the gray. I use this gray compound, polishing compound. It's specifically for aluminum. Other like steel and stainless steel, but This works best for aluminum as far as I think it will fine. So you take your rouge and you just start working it. Again, very tedious, but oddly satisfying. So, we'll be back. Okay, I lied to you. I had to switch back to the white paste, which is the finest rouge you can use. I wasn't getting the results I wanted out of that other stuff. So after we've buffed and buffed and buffed, we have a lot of the paste still on there. After it heats up, it turns black and nasty. So I use this aluminum protectant. This seems to work really well for cleaning off the residue of that rouge. And see how that comes off, and see how that comes off. Turns to like a tar, and that cleans it off. So I'll do this, get it super clean, and then we're going to do a final buff with Mother's, which I'm running out of mag polish, and ultra fine steel wool, triple aught to quadruple aught. Okay. We'll be back. Okay, you see we're starting to get some luster here. Now we take our fine steel wool, a little bit of mag polish, and start all over again. Kind of a lather, rinse, repeat. Now look at this. This mag polish brings, so this is not the steel wool doing this. This turns black almost instantly when you're doing this, and that's pulling the last of the oxidation out of the aluminum. Now this is not the best quality aluminum. I'm sorry, Honda, you don't use the best quality aluminum. When I was polishing my BSA cases or Triumph cases, I could get these to a mirror finish. But this metal just isn't that good. We'll get it nice. So here we go, one more time around the block to show you what comes up when we're done. Okay, this is several days accumulated worth of work. Gaze your eyes upon this beauty. Look at this pile of parts that needs to be assembled. All polished except for the screws. Screws and nuts and bolts need to be cleaned yet. And the bike still needs to have final clean and paint. So assembly required, coming soon.